Hey everyone, this is David Kurz with Kurz Real Estate. Again, bringing you another episode of Confessions of a Real Estate Agent. Today, we're working with Kendra Decker, my Vice President of Operational Development and Recruiting. Stay tuned and check this interview out. You don't want to miss the transition. So introducing everybody today, Kendra Decker. Kendra Decker is the Vice President of Operational Development and Recruitment at Kurz Real Estate. But Kendra Decker is about to undergo an experience change. That experience change is going to be Kendra's transition into full-time real estate. How do you feel about that? I'm really excited for you, right?
I'm super excited.
Right? I'm thinking, right, that we are going to be creating kind of this transition for you. Now, you've been in the industry how long already?
24 years.
So 24 years in the industry. Now, you've been in several different positions. So this is not your first time transitioning to real estate full-time, right?
Right.
But you like it.
I love it.
If not, you wouldn't be going back, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so for the last few months, you've been recruiting for me and helping me with operations here at Kurz Real Estate. Now we have basically transitioned you, and we've made that position a part-time position, and then so that you could spend basically the rest of your time focusing on your real estate business. Mm-hmm. So like when you and I had this conversation the first time, I said, you're gonna do this part-time, you're gonna do that full-time, because you're gonna have to give it your all, right? In order for it to become 100% full-time commitment. Mm-hmm. So now, I wanna get into the nitty-gritty with you.
No.
First of all, what made you make this decision?
You.
So I just want people to know that I have this bad habit of hiring people who decide to become realtors. I don't know if it's because we're super motivating, but I don't know what's up. So talk to me. Tell me, what made you make the decision?
Well, you said to me, you're an agent. You would be an amazing agent. And I've done, different assessments, in the past. And I've been an agent before. And I feel like, when I look back, that's when I was the happiest. I had my freedom, but I was, still doing my work, but I was, busy and selling and making things happen and, making people happy. And
what's your favorite part about being a real estate agent?
Just, I guess, the challenge of, finding everything that they're looking for. A lot of people kind of give up, or they don't really do it, or they say, I can't find homes for these people. And I'm like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Just... if you keep trying,
because they're quitters.
Yeah, they're quitters, and I just feel like it's a challenge to actually get it done and move on to the next and get it done, and have a lot of things that I accomplish.
So I want to just kind of confirm what you're saying here, so that everyone out there is listening, they can really get a grasp. Never once did I hear you say the money.
No.
Right? And so for you, it's the sport of the close, is for what I'm understanding, for lack of better words, right?
Yeah.
So like for me intensely, when I was selling, right? And I was out there working with clients, for me, the prize was the look on somebody's face when they walked into their house for the first time. Mm-hmm. For me, I'm getting goosebumps right now. For me, I'm emotional about that, which is why I could never be a commercial real estate agent. I just couldn't do it. Because it's all numbers and it's very cold and it's very, does it make sense, does it not make sense? And then for someone buying a house, it's all about, does it make sense to us right now, emotionally, right? And for you, it's the sport of the close. It's the sport of going out there, getting business, working with people, making it happen all the time, right? So now, let's have a little fun, okay? You've done this before. Why did you transition out of it and come back to office management, recruitment, and things like that? Like let's call it the back office of real estate.
Why did I transition out of real estate?
Or out of sales.
Out of sales? Well, I was on a team, and at that time, the team was great, and it was very fast-paced and everything. But the team dynamic had changed. It became more family-oriented, so I felt like I needed to go on my own. So I went into development sales. so I could be on my own as an agent, and I really loved the development sales. So I did that until the market crashed.
Okay.
And I sold many developments, and I loved it, but you're very limited, you know, to one place, one product. So when I got back in, I had kids, I wanted something steady, so I got into management. Now, I've done that for a while, but I really want to do the fast pace and, you know, kind of the variety of showing houses, sitting down with a client, doing a buyer's consultation.
Instead of sitting at a sales center, right?
Right.
Like I feel like there are some people who are designed to sit at the sales center,
I need
and there
action.
are some people who need to be out there all the
need
time
action.
grinding
Yeah.
with clients, you
Yeah.
know, going through the ups and downs, because, you know, real estate is a very emotional career.
Yeah, it's a
You know?
roller coaster.
It's an emotional business.
Yeah.
Because one day you're crazy excited, and the next day you're
highs and
stressed out
lows.
of your mind.
Right.
And you know, one day you've got 17 deals in the pipeline, the next day 7 of them are failing.
Right.
You know, and for all different reasons. So you find yourself in a position where you're just consistently putting out fires, trying to keep as many deals alive as you can, right? So now, what have you done up until now? Because I know this is very new. A lot of people don't know that you're making this transition because we haven't even officially announced it, right? So my curiosity is, what have you done personally to prepare for this transition?
I've been preparing for a while. I thought about doing this when I was at another company, and I was kind of at a crossroads. Should I do it? Should I not do it? And then I didn't do it. And I was about to decide to do it, and that's when you opened the company, and I was like, okay, I'm going to stay doing this because this is exciting, this is awesome, I love this. And being here, just the motivation that you have, and, you know, I see the market, and I see, you know, there's so much opportunity, and it's just, it kills me. I'm like, I just have to do it, you know, I'm like exploding inside.
So I want to point on that a little bit, because you said that you were about to go right back into regular sales, and then you saw what we were doing here that excited you, so you decided to come into place on the back end of the office again. Now let me ask you this: are you having a good time doing what we're doing here? Okay, so I want to point that out because I want to focus on one very important thing, and we talk about this all the time. We talk about being passionate about what you do in your business, right? So right now, you have the great place to work. You have a great boss. I mean, let's admit it, right? You have a great place to work. You have good system in place. You've got good people around you. It's a cool office. You enjoy coming to work every day. But there's one component missing. See, and so I want to point that out there because you can put all the ducks in a row, man. You could work at Google, the most amazing place, you know, since Google opened up, everyone that works there says this is the coolest place in the world to work. But if you hate technology, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Like none of that matters. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, I see you and I see the transition because of your passion, because in all, and I don't mean to put it in a nasty way, but you're done, right? You're done recruiting. Like in your mindset, you're done recruiting. Like you're still going to do it.
Part of me, I'll always.
Which is
have
why
that,
I think
right?
you've decided with the part-time instead of going full-time.
Exactly.
So there's some natural ability there to continue to do that.
Yeah.
But I also believe that you're going to fall into your passion.
Yeah.
Right? Which I believe is sales.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we know your preparation. What are you afraid of?
That's a good question. What am I afraid of?
Throughout this transition, what are you afraid of? Is there anything that you can honestly say, you know what, this puts fear in my heart throughout this transition? Not that it's stopping you, but what is your fear?
I don't know. I don't know what my fear is.
Do you feel that you're going into this fearless?
Yeah.
You have no worries, no.
I know what the hiccups are. I know what they all are. I've already, prepared myself along the way for them. Like, that's why I wanted to align myself with the right people. And I didn't do it before because I wanted to make sure that if I need somebody hands-on. I need to go to you and I need to say, I need this, I need this, I need this at a fast pace and get the answers I need and be able to move on to the next thing. So I wanted to make sure I had the right people around me to do that. I wanted to do it in a way that I'm not just jumping into it and not having an income because I have kids. So I wanted to make sure that, I did it the right way and we've already planned that. So all my strategies, because I'm a strategist, like I strategize everything in my head backwards and forwards.
I know this.
So I've already worked out everything. So I haven't really thought about anything that I'm fearful about. Maybe not making, the high dollars that I want to make at some point in my life. That's probably one of the only things. I just want to get to the point where I feel like I should be.
Do you feel that? All right. So I saw that you mentioned, or I heard you mention, your kids, your lifestyle, your home, obviously your significant other, all these things. That's your home life. That plays a part. So I want to go ahead and venture to say that the majority of those worries are financially based. Right? Because the last thing you said was, I'm worried that I'm not going to make the high dollars that I expect to make, right? So, and those hiccups, right? Mm-hmm. So, I think that is a concern for a lot of people transitioning into real estate. Some people make the huge mistake and believe that you're going to get into real estate and tomorrow you're a millionaire.
No.
Like tomorrow, you're going to announce one time on Facebook, hey, everybody, I just got my license. And millionaires are going to come flocking to you saying, yes, I want to buy and sell my multi-million-dollar properties with you. And that's just not realistic. Yeah. People understand that there's a lot of work and grind that goes into this. And I think you understand it more than anybody. I completely
understand it. So that's the only thing is I want to get there in a certain amount of time and I want, to plan it, but life happens. So that's, I guess, kind of like a fear. Like, maybe I won't hit the mark in my head that I'm setting.
Okay.
But I'm setting a very, very, very high one. So if I get there, great. But
okay, so let's have fun with that. What is your high mark?
What is my high mark?
So today is, what's today's date?
The 21st.
February 21st, right? Today is February 21st. By December 31st
of this year,
how much income do you want to make through real estate sales?
Through real estate sales? I never focus on the dollars, so it's very hard for me to give you a number. I just have...
So give it a sales volume. Like how much sales volume do you want to do?
I want to be more than a $5 million producer.
Okay.
I mean, that's the minimum
First
here.
year in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to kill Eric. Do you know Eric, Kurz Real Estate? Eric Morales? Yeah, I want to take him down.
So for those of you that don't know, Eric Morales is my business partner here at Kurz Real Estate. He's also right now the top agent in the office through his own sheer power and will.
Yes.
And so
in his first year in
his
real
first
estate.
year, by the way.
Right.
And so there's a consistent battle that goes on in the office on whether or not
a nice
Kendra,
battle, healthy battle.
A nice battle. But you know what? Competition is healthy.
I love it.
I believe in that, right?
I thrive
Because we've created this open environment, this open concept, a lot of teamwork and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's still competitive,
He's gonna die laughing when
right?
he hears
It's still competitive.
Yes.
So Eric's gonna love this. Yes. By the way, I just want you to know that this video may fuel him to do twice what he's doing.
And I'll do 3 times as better.
There you go. That's the competition I'm talking about. You want to have competition, friendly competition in a workplace.
Yeah.
That's the type of competition you're looking for. Yeah. So we talked about your sales volume, we talked about your income, we talked about your concerns and woes and everything.
I just want my income to be over 6 figures, which I know it will.
I know that too.
I was talking to one of the other top producers here and he was like, it's not going to be 6 figures, it's going to be a lot more than that. So we're, working on how to strategize.
Devising a plan.
Right. So,
and that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Now, one thing I do want to touch with you on is the last time you were in real estate, you joined a team. Mm-hmm. This time you joined a team as well. Mm-hmm. And so by joining a team, what advantages do you feel are there? And before you go on, I want to explain to you something. I always tell people, I wish to God that when I first got into real estate, somebody would have introduced me to a team. Yeah. Because I would be where I am now 5-6 years ago. Yeah. I wish that somebody would have taken me under their wing and said, hey, this is how it's done. This is how you lead generate. Yeah. This is how you follow up. This is how you close a deal. This is the psychology of closing. And it wasn't until years later that I started really learning all this stuff through my own research and coaching and courses and books that I read, and I started applying through trial and error. But all that trial and error could have seriously been avoided by aligning myself with the right team. Right. So my question to you is, why join a team now?
because you need as many resources as you can get if you want to do it quickly, like you said. And if you have the right marketing in place, which the team is actually going to be able to, provide me, then you're part of a bigger picture. If there's marketing in place and there's already the momentum going on with that team, and that team is on the up and up and they're doing very well, it's kind of like riding the coattails of that team and then implementing everything you have and go full force with what they're able to provide. If they are already doing tons of listings and open houses, then they have those leads, and you can work those leads and cultivate a lot of business through that. But besides that, it's teamwork. Everybody has different strengths and different weaknesses, and a lot of if you find the right team, which is very difficult to find, and you can complement each other, then the sky's the limit.
It's a firewalk.
Yeah.
You're in the best place possible.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I just want everybody out there to know that Kendra was sitting at the front desk. I set up the whole studio. I said, hey, can you come here for a moment? And she pulled this off, so I appreciate you being a part of this.
No problem. Thank you.
Guys, check us out at kurzre.com. That's kurzre.com. Every single week, we're going to try to bring you a new agent with a fresh perspective on this business. Hope to see you guys soon.